After our win last week, if you haven't checked out that video, make sure you do. We were back on our home courts, playing with our known Ivy League school, Columbia. They're ranked number 8 in the country, so this was going to be a huge battle if we were going to try to win. Me and Eddie were on court 3 in doubles, playing Alex Scottson and Henry Ruger, who played 2 and number 6 for them. If you came here to get some doubles action, today is your day. The score is wrong here as they actually won the first game, but this big serve helps us hold. Soon after, they hold again, making it 2-1. And we needed to win this point to make it equal again. So 2-all it is, and we want to start putting some pressure on them now. This rally starts down the line until I go more middle to set up Eddie, and we win the point. At 30-all, Eddie goes line after a body return, and I try to make it line, and despite him getting another high volley, I have a good enough reflex to get it over him, and sprint to the net. Ed goes line to surprise him, and I have again some good reflex, but eventually he puts it away. The next point, I get a body serve, and I'm able to bunt it inside out, and at least get the rally started. He throws up this high lob, but I go around it well, and I'm able to hit a good inside out to maintain pressure on him. Another 4 in there, and he eventually misses long. At deuce point, I decided to take the return. And after Eddie goes middle, he just misses the next shot. Not a big deal though, as the next 3 games we all hold, and find ourselves at 4-all. He misses this 4 in the net, and we earn a break point. Eddie returns well to this first serve, and I'm able to make the next 4 in deep in the court. But a little bit of miscommunication the next ball gives them the hold. The next game we start behind love 15, and we really needed to get this point. I'm straight away pushed back with his return, and he goes aggressive on Eddie, who defends well. However, 2 hits after, he goes inside in, just on the line. Big serve to make it 15-30. Another big serve, but he's able to make this lob on the stretch, and we miss his overhead. 3 match points then. Even though we started the second serve, I still try to be aggressive with the second ball, and he misses in the net. 2 more match points to save. Good first serve, but the volley is not final, and we get into the rally. I immediately move around to hit the inside out, and after a couple of volleys, they get this deep lob. I hit an awful lob back, and I thought we were done, but just like us, for some pure communication, they missed. 1 more match point. Ace wide! The 5-all game, we maintain momentum, as we were up love 30, and we're quickly in action after a good return. I try to break him down with my forehand, but so far he's staying tough. I see the other guy closing at the net, so I opt for the lob. A couple more hits, but he ends up on top with a backhand line, timed just right. At this point, I keep the return low and cross, and load up my favorite inside in and hit a huge winner. A deep return at 15-40 puts us ahead in the rally, and after the approach, I put away the volley for the break. The next game sucks though, as we're already down love 30, and then a double fault puts us in trouble. Ace at love 40. Almost an ace at 15-40, restoring some hope. Another good serve at 30-40, and I don't quite know what to do with this volley, but luckily it was short enough and it's double bounce, so we're in deuce now. The deuce point, we're both trying to stay solid, so basically not miss. Ed does a great job though to force him go line, and I close the smash. Huge win to clinch a doubles point, and great to go into singles with this energy. On court 2, I was playing Alex Scottson, who I just defeated in doubles, ranked ATP 936, and also ranked 77 in the ITA college rankings. Overall, a UTR of 13.45. I've played him before in an ITF tournament in Tunisia, and I lost in 2 very tight sets. He was a very tough player, didn't miss a lot of balls and ran a lot. Just a tough cookie. You have to be ready to play a lot of balls to run and try to be aggressive and come forwards to force him to take more risk. My wrist was hurting again, so you'll see me slicing quite a bit today. Even when I probably shouldn't, but oh well, what can I do? My forehand was playing as good as usual though. After a hold each, I'm up 15-30 on this serve, and try to neutralize his pace with a deep cross slice. After going line with the backhand, I earn an approach, and make the volley on the stretch. He just misses wide the next ball. He kicks T the first serve and follows with the inside in, and I'm immediately on the run. I try to be aggressive with the forehand, but he likes to play deep, and change heights here and there. So I know that if I'm not patient in the long run, I will miss too much. I hit an inside in to open up the court, and then hit an approach right on the line the next ball to break him. I felt good so far in the match. My strokes were clean, and I was able to change pace, being disciplined, not risking too much. As you can see here, I try to move him with the forehand, and then hit this attacking slice kind of short, because I wanted him to rush on that side, playing a big forehand next, like I do here. I generally feel unstoppable at times when my forehand is at my top level, and I felt like this match so far, so I was going to use it with my advantage. He plays the backhand a bit higher, and I smash it inside in. I hold that game to lead 3-1, and he follows to make it 3-2. I kept good momentum on my service game, and to be honest, he started missing a bit more, which helped. But I knew I couldn't let my guard down, because he always finds a way to fight back and make you work to win points. I alternate slice backhand to big forehands here. And once again, after opening up the court of the inside in, I go another big hit there, and then to the other side to gain 3 break points. After losing the first one, I get another chance at the next point. And after a slice cross, I get the double break. 30 love and everything going well. A big T-serve and he throws this lob up. I missed the overhead though. He wins the next point to make it 30-all. I know I can't let him into the match or I will pay the price, but I double fault. I try not to lose focus or ideas though, and play just how I've been playing. After the second serve, I look hard for forehands all around the court, trying to put pressure on him and making him run. I keep good depth and eventually he misses just deep. Set point then. And first shank forehand of the match comes now. Completely unforced too. That might have affected me a little bit. The next game my level drops by a lot. I essentially make 4 free errors and give him an easy hold. Luckily I had one more game to serve it out though. It was imperative to keep him under pressure and keep dictating with my forehand. I did not want him to start taking the points in his own hands. But when you give this guy a chance to catch up and get into the match, it can get really tough, because he will just stay there and not miss for as long as possible, and I knew very well this could happen. This point is the perfect example. I'm in trouble here this next game, as I'm 15-30, and I need to absolutely turn this game around or I'll be in deep trouble. I try to stay cross and defend before hitting a low slice that makes him shank and makes me win the point. Big point ahead now, and he's very deep with the return straight away, and I do what I can to stay in it. But even when I push him back, he makes me run like this with the forehand line here. He sticks to trapping me into the backhand corner until I get inside out. And then go for the winner line, which I missed though. I'm low-key starting to get a bit nervous and frustrated, and I put it into hitting violently inside in on the first ball. This sets me up for an easy overhead and another set point. Unbelievable, another unforced error on the first ball. Not typical of me. Easy hold for him next game, and safe to say I was a bit in my head there. I'm 30-15 up this game, and a good first serve is the perfect way to start a game. I approach and hit this ball in the stretch. He gets to it and throws up the lob, but luckily he can't quite do enough to make it off my smash. I managed to hold and win the first 2 points of the tiebreak. It's looking like I've restored a bit of concentration maybe. Many points like this are a battle though, who can go inside out first, and then staying tough cross when someone would change. As you can see, I'm still slicing a lot as my wrist is quite in pain, so I try to limit my backhand as much as possible. I finally get a short ball I can approach on, and this half volley just hits the net strap and stays on my side. As you can see, I'm a bit upset about that. I'll let you watch the next point. Once again, he ends up on top. That 32 shot rally really got to me, and now I wasn't thinking straight these next 2 points. However, he showed me some signs of tension as well, as he missed 2 forehands the next 2 points, so we're back at 4-all. I played a slice too short though, and he puts away the volley on the attempted pass. Next point, I get a mediocre return on my serve, and I just miss long the forehand trying to do damage. Another second serve at 6-4 down, and this time a deep return where I try to immediately find his backhand. After going cross, I really want to push him inside out again, and I just miss wide. These 2 mistakes cost me the set. It's hard not to be upset in this scenario, as you can see a good aggressive first serve, and then this brainless miss into the net. But as a player, you need to be able to reset and move on, even when it's really hard. And I knew that I had the level to beat him, as I showed in the first part of the set. So all I need to do now was be consistent, forget about that, and start over because my team needed me, and I knew I surely had to deliver if we wanted to win this. The first game I'm down 30-40, but a big HT saves me. At deuce, another big serve, and he misses the return, giving me a super important hold. I feel like he definitely had the upper hand, at least mentally wise, going into the set. So I had to make sure I remained super concentrated and had to show him that I still was very much there and ready to do damage. Despite being behind in the rally, I'm able to get this ball and pass him the line. 3 holds in a row, pretty standard stuff, and I was looking to really go hold for hold here, stay nice and aggressive in return games, and see if I could get any hooks. I have a chance to maybe go to deuce here, as we're 40-30 and I just want a good point. These are the type of balls I like to get. As you can see, I approach and sprint to the net, but yeah, I can't close a smash and keep punishing 15. No worries though, it's the next game I have 2 game points, and after a good first serve, I make him run with the inside out, and then follow that ball line. And then I just took care of the smash. Now the mindset going into this game is definitely wanting to do some damage. You know, with all hell until now, this is the time where you want to put some pressure on return games, and you really try to make things happen. As you can see, I try to be aggressive with the forehand here until I can finally go through him. He plays well the following points though, and ends up holding. The focus now really shifted onto having a great service game and keep building confidence with the forehand, as you definitely don't want to get distracted now. So I push him out with his cross-court forehand, and then despite making me run, I still followed that ball to the net and play a drop volley, which yeah, luckily doesn't get to. Now unfortunately the recording this time stopped for some reason, so it's really upsetting. I don't get to show you the end of the game and the next one where I break him to win the set, but yeah, unfortunately, I don't know, that's the way it is. The place I resumed the first game of the 3rd set where I'm already in trouble. So I get broken first game, and I knew this was going to become scrappy tennis at this point. Really had to try and not give away anything like I do here. And yeah, I try to turn things around this game, and I'm aggressive straight away. I go once again inside in, and I knew it was going to slice the slow backhand, so I follow it, and thought I was going to close the volley. But yeah, the point gets tougher from here. Luckily, he doesn't get to this drop volley. But yeah, as you can see, as I was saying, even when I play good points, I need to be prepared to scratch and claw on a few shots anyway. But here, luckily, everything goes according to plan. So I earned this breakback chance, which obviously was very important looking at the 3rd set as a whole. And you know, I'm not just going to sit here and try not to miss in these points. That's never what I like to do. I play my game and take risks when I have to. Like I do here, and it pays off. The next game I don't quite play every point like that. And yeah, that's why we're 30-40. And I'm having to fight to stay in this game. This set, I try to hit more backhands despite my wrist pain to have a better chance of winning. But yeah, I stupidly missed this one long. He can maybe sense a bit of tiredness in me, and that is why on his serve he's trying to move me around more and more. As you can see, he's really trying to push me outside, and here he goes behind me. He definitely has the upper hand right now, confidence-wise. As you can see, he's playing more aggressive and hitting shots like these. It really looks downhill from here. A double fault to go down, a double break. But even if it might be hard, you can never give up. I still honestly thought I had another gear left in me, both physically and mentally. And I needed to find it real quick. I do a good job defending here and then sneak the counterattack line to go up in the game. Lot 30, and this point is massive. Good deep forehand return. Then another one to open up the court well, and finally the inside in to close it. 3 break points. I started the next game with the same intensity, and after a good first serve, I finished the point with this 1-2 punch. Unfortunately, just as it's getting interesting, my match got cut off. Yep, it's one of those days where I don't get to finish, and unfortunately we lost 4-2 already, as I was finishing up. We picked up a win on court 3, but lost on all the other courts. It's a bit upsetting, as I thought I was on the verge of turning this match around, once and for all, but in college that's sometimes how it goes. But there was no time to be upset or frustrated, as in 2 days we will be facing Harvard for another clash. So it's all about recovering and preparing for that match now.